Part of the 3 pillars of health, which include diet and exercise, sleep requires the least amount of effort but is often the most neglected of the 3. In this video, I am going to show you how you can improve your sleep. Enjoy. Hello everybody, Dr. Brian Disvonic here. If this is your first time watching my channel and you enjoy improving your health and feeling great, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell so that you don't miss out on future videos. If you're not sleeping well in the short term, you could expect to have poor focus, mood disturbance, and general fatigue. In the long run, poor sleep could contribute to cardiovascular disease, obesity, and diabetes. By making small changes now, you can stave off the ills of poor sleep. These changes include maintaining a regular sleep-wake rhythm, avoiding chemicals which can disturb your sleep, controlling the ambiance, and maintaining a regular winding down routine. Humans, animals, and even plants have internal clocks. Your internal clock is regulated by various chemicals and environmental factors, including the rotation of the Earth. There's a lot of environmental factors that you don't have control over, but one of the major ones that you do have control over is what time you go to bed and what time you wake up in the morning. To keep your internal clock in sync with the 24-hour rotation of the Earth, you need to wake up at the same time every day and go to bed at the same time every day, including weekends and holidays. Choose the time that you want to wake up, set your alarm for that time, and when that alarm goes off, get right up out of bed. And to help you get up and get going, turn the light on right away, or go outside. If the sun's out, let the sun hit your face, that'll wake you up. Or you can wash your face with cold water, which will trigger the diver reflex, which will also wake you up. And never, ever, ever hit that snooze button, because if you do and you fall back asleep for 5 to 10 minutes, it puts your brain waves in a certain state that if you are disturbed again, you're gonna feel groggy for the next 3 to 4 hours. Not to mention that when the alarm goes off, it is very stressful on your body, and why would you want to repeat that stress by hitting the snooze button? If you can get yourself to do this for 7 days in a row, your system will start to sync up and you will start feeling tired approximately 8 hours before the time you're gonna wake up, and you'll start sleeping better. That is, if you can avoid chemicals which affect sleep. The most common chemical that has a profound impact on your sleep just so happens to be the most used and abused substance in our society. And that substance is, I don't even think I need to tell you what it is. You know what it is. Let's move on. Don't underestimate the power of caffeine. It takes approximately 8 hours to clear this substance from your body. Some people clear it faster and some people clear it slower. And for those folks who clear it slower, if they drink it too close to bedtime, they're gonna have trouble sleeping. As a general rule, it's best to stop drinking caffeine approximately 10 hours before you're gonna go to bed. If you wanna be like really hardcore, then just stop drinking caffeine. There are other chemicals which make you feel sleepy, like alcohol, cannabis, and these pharmaceuticals. And although these chemicals do sedate you, they interfere with the purpose of sleep, which is probably, because we don't know for sure, to detoxify your brain. So if you have become dependent on any of these substances to help you sleep, you may not be clearing out toxins from your brain, and what that does is that leaves you feeling groggy, fatigued the next day, and in the long run, it could affect your cardiovascular health, cause obesity and diabetes. If you're dependent on any of these things, it's in your best interest to seek out professional help to get off of them while following the things that I outline in this video. If you are having trouble sleeping and you are considering taking any of these substances I mentioned, hold off and try the techniques in this video first to see if they're going to help you. Temperature, light, and noise all have a profound impact on your sleep, and to some degree, you can control these factors. The optimal temperature for sleeping is around 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you live in a hotter climate, you may want to use your air conditioning, and I recommend instead of using a central air unit, which could cost more in electricity, just to get a small unit to put in the room that you sleep so that you can keep it at an optimal temperature and not waste money on using your central air. Your bedroom needs to be as dark as possible for optimal sleep, so if there's any unnecessary light, especially blue light, then unplug those devices. And if there's a lot of light coming in from outside, you might want to consider getting blackout curtains. If you live in a noisy neighborhood or you sleep next to someone who snores, you might want to get something that will make some white noise, such as an air purifier, or they even have like white noise machines, or get some noise canceling headphones. Once you get these environmental factors under control, then you can start developing bedtime routines. You want to get into the habit of having a bedtime routine so that you could wind down starting about 1 hour before you plan to go to sleep. During the winding down hour, you need to dim all the lights in your house and do not look at any screens. That includes your phone, your tablet, your computer, and your television. So that hour before bed, these electronics should be out of your hands and not in your visual field, because that's going to interfere with your melatonin production. So some things that you can do during this hour are you can read within a real book in a dim light, or you can do some meditation or some stretching, or better yet, you can take a hot bath and even put some Epsom salt in there. Take a hot bath, and what that will do is whenever you get out of the hot bath, all your blood rushes to the surface of your skin and you actually cool off. It cools off your core, which actually your brain has to be like 1 to 3 degrees cooler for you to get a good night's sleep. So if your core is cooled off, you'll sleep better. An adult needs about 8 hours of sleep each night. If you can't fall asleep right away, don't stay in bed. So if you're tossing and turning in bed and it's been about 20 minutes, get out of bed and go do some reading with a dim light until you feel sleepy. Otherwise, if you stay in bed, your brain is going to associate lying there in bed with frustration instead of sleeping, and what we want is your brain to associate lying in your bed with sleeping. If you need caffeine in the morning, then you are likely not sleeping well and you have become dependent on caffeine to wake you up. To figure out if this is the case, you will have to try this out. One morning, don't drink your coffee or your caffeine and see how you feel for the next few hours. If you are groggy and sleepy, then yes, you are dependent on it, and this could be a vicious cycle because you don't sleep well, you drink more caffeine, feel tired in the day, you drink more caffeine, and then the next night you don't sleep well because you have caffeine in your system. So figure this out. If this is the case for you, then it is in your best interest to either stop the caffeine or to only have 1 cup early in the day. It's okay to nap during the day. You want to try not to nap past 8 hours past the point when you first woke up. Taking 1 to 3 milligrams of melatonin about 30 minutes before bed can help you to fall asleep. Also, maintaining a healthy diet and exercise can help you sleep. Getting out into the sun about 8 hours after you wake up and letting the sun hit your face for about 10 minutes could help to reset your sleep-wake rhythm. And if you're under a lot of stress and you find yourself lying in bed with mind chatter, then you could take the herb called passion flower, or you can practice techniques to help to deal with the physical effects of stress. And I made another video on this one. I'll put the link down below for that. In conclusion, missing out on proper sleep can have detrimental effects on your health. So to stave off the ills of poor sleep, try to follow the techniques that I outlined in this video. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If I missed something or you have an opinion to share, please do so down in the comment section below. I thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one.